this type of continued work will nourish you in your wide future and your bright future. Thank you. The guide of this attractive class, Mr. Rajesh sir, he is director of this school also, and he had more and more power to improve in many ways like science, spoken, computer. He is all-rounder.
My name is Sir Pandya.
My name is Mohammad Ahmed Khan from
I am Kanurar. Also,
Divine Vishnu Diwali.
I am Krishna Kumar Diwali.
I am Krishna.
I am Vidhi Pajapur.
My lovely students,
Good morning, sir.
today class we will learn pesticides and weedicides. Means what is the advantage and disadvantage of pesticides and weedicides. Means 8th class students has prepared what is the disadvantage and advantage of pesticides. And 9th class students has prepared some diseases of crop plants. I mean this class will be on today's the front of class teachers. I mean to say that first of all 9th class students means Shreya Pandey come on the podium, show the youth project and explain one by one diseases of crop plants. So welcome.
Good morning to you all. Firstly, I am glad to see that I have got a chance to discuss in front of you about some diseases of crop plants. And so, my name is Sir Pandya. I am a student of standard 9th in this college. And now I am going to discuss the disease of some plants. So, my project is shown up, so I would like to call Tanu for my help. So, please. So you can see this is the plant of wheat, and the disease which are caused in wheat plant is loses malt, food rot, and powdery mildew, and rust. So rust disease is caused by fungus named Punicia graminis, and the 3 rust diseases affecting wheat are leaf stem, streak rust, leaf rust, and leaf rust is the most common of these. Leaf rust causes the most damage in wheat crop plant, and with several rusting crop covers the upper leaves before flowering. And so this is the plant of paddy, and the diseases which are caused in paddy are small brown blotch, bacterium stride, blast etc. And the blast disease is caused by fungus Meganopodte origin. And the symptoms of rice blast include lesions that can be found in all parts of the plant, such as leaves and the leaf colors and nates here, and also even seeds. And also due to this diseases, the seeds of paddy plant got affected. And you can see here is the plant of potato. Here is the sorghum. Sorghum also called jowar, and its scientific name is sorghum bicolor. And this is the plant of sugar cane, and this is the plant of mash, and this is mustard. So I'm going to tell some diseases of mustard. You can see here, diseases are causing mustards are white rust, white, alternaria blight, downy, powdery mildew, and bacterial blight, etc. So in downy mildew caused by the fungus named Peronospora brassicae, and the symptoms of downy mildew, which are identifiable as yellow lesions. Here lesions means these spots which are caused on leaves as like circular or spherical. So the lesions appears on the upper surface of the leaf, And the grayish white patches develop on the lower surface of leaves in mustard plant. And infected plants produce sterile flowers. And the second is powdery mildew. The symptoms appears on the dirty white circular flowery patches on leaves. It significantly reduces the growth of plant. And here you can see, I have told that this is the plant of sugarcane. So the disease which are caused in sugarcane as red rot, smut, mosaic weed, scud, and grassy roots. So in grassy roots, this disease is also known as albino or leaf spot disease. And the infected shoots, like shoots, remain stone in bark, and the canes remain thin with relatively short internodes and leaf stones smaller. And this is sorghum. And some diseases which are in sorghums as loose smut, head smut, lawn smut, downy mildew, grand smut, etc. Due to the infection of grand smut in sorghum, the disease causes serious loss of crops because in loose smut in sorghum, the seeds started falling and seeds become loose, and also their stems become loose, and due to this infection, the seeds started falling from the plants, and so we can say that this is just serious loss of crops, and this is most destructive in sorghums, and this disease can also in wheat, paddy, and etc. So this is my whole project. You can see. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot. She has explained this project very well. So, thanks a lot for Shreya Pandey. Next, I call you Ahmed Khan.
Good morning to all of you. First, I am thankful for my director sir who gave me a golden chance to speak again in front of you. So, my name is Mohammad Ahmed Khan from class 9 by scholarship here, and I am going to sing you my project. First, I will prepare it. It is a disease which is called rust of wheat. Rust of wheat is caused by fungus and Puccinia graminis. Its symptom is yellow, brown, or blue or black elongated spots appear on leaves and stalk, which is look like this. Here is yellow or brown spots on the leaves, and also here. Second, on this, and also on the straw, like that, which here the black color spot. Type of disease, it is airborne disease which is transmitted by air, and it is very dangerous disease which is caused by air. And its control measure is spray methane M45 and M45 at 2 gram per liter water at 10-day interval. This is its control measure. And second is blast of rice. Blast of rice is a very dangerous disease in rice, which it is also airborne disease which affect all aerial part of plants such as leaves, fruit and flower. Blast of disease is caused by fungus, and its scientific name is Pranicularis oryzis. And its symptom is blue board shaped lesions, like this blue board large board shape on the leaves and tiny board shape on the leaves. These are symptoms of rice and blast disease. Control measures are seed treatment with Thiram 2.5 gram per kg seed, and second measure of control is spray Bavestin 1 gram per liter water at 10-day interval. Third is rust of mustard, which is also called as white rust of mustard. Disease called white rust, pathogen, fungus. Symptom is white or creamed, yellow, scattered posture appear on the lower surface of leaves. Like this, suppose this is back of leaf, back part of leaf. There is cream yellow postures which is appear on the leaf, and its control measure is spray Dithel Z.78 or Dithel M45 at 2 kg per liter water. It is also an airborne disease which is transmitted by air and which attack on aerial part of plant. Third is wilt of chickpea. Wilt of chickpea, disease called wilt. Pathogen is fungus. Symptom is the leaf become yellow like this. The leaves become yellow. Leaves turn into yellow and dry up. And second symptom is the root become black and decompose. Like that, the root turn into black and decompose. And its control measure is deep sowing at 10 to 11 centimeter depth in length in live soil. Third is my stem rot of pigeon pea. Pigeon pea disease is known as stem rot. Pathogen is fungus. Symptom is called development of brown and brown to dark brown lesions on the stem. These lesions griddle the stem and plant die. It is very dangerous. Without caring of this in this disease, if we are not care the plant become die. And the symptom is here shown. The stem become dark brown color, and the control measure is grow sorghum and pigeon pea mixed cropping in the field. This avoid waterlogging to control this disease. So it is very interesting project. I am doing my best on this. First, I work on my chart paper, but it is not success. Today morning I prepare in my scrapbook, which not look like Shreya, but that's all.
Well done. Also, Ahmad Khan has defined his project very well. So, thank you for Ahmad Khan. Next, I want to call Tamura. She will define disadvantage and advantage of pesticides. First questions and second questions. Okay, thank you. Come on the podium. Next time, one by one.
Good morning everybody. Well, I am Tanura. I am studying class 8 from Scholars Engineering. Today we are discussing about this topic or question. And firstly, I will answer this question. The question is, how is nitrogen used by plants to return to the air? And I am going to answer this question. This ammonification of nitrogen is waste by bacteria and fungi in the soil are converted into organic nitrogen into ammonium ion, and like NH4 plus nitrogen, and is converted into an NO3 ion to minus then to NO2 minus, and by denitrifying bacteria. Denitrifying bacteria are converted into nitrates back into nitrogen, and it's present in the soil. And nitrogen are also present in the soil like microbes. It's nitrates, and it's a usual form of nitrogen. And plants cannot be absorbed NO2 directly, but they can absorb NO2 in the form of nitrates. And I think it is the perfect question of this, perfect answer to this question. And so next, our topic is merits and demerits of uses of pesticides and herbicides in agriculture. So I said only demerits of this pesticide and weedicide in agriculture. Firstly, pesticide can contaminate the soil and water top and other organisms. In addition to killing the insects and or weeds, pesticide can contribute the soil and water top, and it can be toxic to host of other organisms, like including beneficial insects, non-targeting plants, fish, birds, etc. And our other sides, weedicide are also called herbicides. Herbicide contributed to the soil and water to the air, and herbicide contaminated the soil and rainbow water and carries these chemicals to other areas which will eventually pollute on waterways. Herbicide contaminated water to kill fish and other aquatic life. And I think uses of pesticides and weedicides in agriculture, it is more demerits. So that's it.
Also, Kamnu Rai has told many sentences. So thank you for Kamnu Rai. Well done. Next, Harshit Tiwari. Come on the podium.
Good morning, everybody. Well, my name is Harshit Tiwari. I am from Standard 8 in the Scholar Certificate, and today I would like to thank you, my respected director sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak something about to you all. So today I have given a question that I have to answer. Actually, there are two questions that I have to answer. So the first question is that how the nitrogen that is taken by the plant are then released in atmosphere by the insects or any pesticide. So I am going to answer the question. So the first nitrogen is taken by plants, and then nitrogen cannot be taken by plants into its usual form. It has to be converted into ammonia, and then the nitrogen can be absorbed. So after the nitrogen is absorbed, the animals, the plants can also meet it or nitrates, and then nitrites and nitrates are eaten by animals, and then the nitrites goes to animals, and then it converts to nitrogen, and then the nitrogen is excreted by animal and come in the atmosphere of the earth and called the atmospheric nitrogen. Because you can see also that urea is formed. So that's the reason that nitrogen is present in the excreted materials of the body of plants, animals and plants. So after this, the denitrifying bacteria plays a very vital role in this process, such as denitrifying bacteria, Pseudomonas bacteria. It has many purposes for this process. It converts the atmospheric nitrogen. It presents in the root nodules of the plants, and then it converts the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites, and then the nitrites are absorbed by the plants, and then it is eaten by the animals, and then it is converted into nitrogen gas that I have already told you. So it is the prescribed definition of this question, and we are also going to talk about the merits and demerits of using pesticides and herbicides or weedicides in the crops or fields or the farms. So the advantages, there are many advantages of using pesticides and weedicides. First, I would like to make you understand that what is pesticide and weedicide. So pesticide is the chemical that I use to keep away the rodents or any insects from the plants or the crops of a farmer that he has grown, and it gives us many advantages. And the weedicide is that does not grow unwanted, does not allow to grow unwanted crops, unwanted plants in the crop field. So after a farmer uses it, it gives him many profits, such as after using it, it has more production. So because if a farmer uses it in his field, then the crops grow more, and when the crops grow more, he will make more profit or more money. And after using pesticides in the field, it also protects the harvest, as I have told you. And after using it into a storage, see many all the farmers cut the crops and then stores in a place, and then we have to use something there to make it prevent from rodents or pesticides, because you can observe that there are many crops that are eaten by rodents, that cause many harms to farmer, financial and mentally both harm. So it gives us many things, such as it helps in conserving our environment, because if we grow less crop in less area, then we can conserve our environment land, because over 80% of the earth's surface is 50% of the earth's surface is used in making fields for farming. So it can conserve our natural resources and nature also. It can also gives us many things, and it can also prevent us from waterborne diseases, such as many diseases that can caused by plants, that already class 9 students have already told you about those diseases. So there are many diseases that are spread by plants. For example, anthrax disease, that is also spread by plants. It is very hazardous and also very harmful for our nature to use weedicide and pesticides in our environment, because it also produces many chemicals, many harmful chemicals that are also can be termed as the pollutants, that can also harm our nature and pollute our nature and make it very disastrous, because it after polluting the nature, it becomes okay. So I have concluded all the points of my topic, and I have answered all the questions that I can as long as I can do. So thank you.
Also, Mr. Tiwari has told many sentences. There are many advantages about pesticides and weedicides. So I glad to speaking of Mr. Tiwari. Thank you for your speaking. Okay, next I call you Krishna Rai.
First is how nitrogen is used by plant. So nitrogen fixing bacteria to play a critical role fixing atmospheric nitrogen and nitrogen compound that can be used by plant. The plant absorb the unstable nitrogen compound from the soil or their roots. Then these are nitrogen compound used by production of protein and other compound of plant cells. Nitrogen is not afraid of directly from the air to present of the soil. And second topic is my merit and demerit of the pesticides and herbicides. First, pesticide. Pesticides is a chemical to kill the plants and unwanted plants. And first advantage is pesticides help farmer to grow more crops in less lands. Or second point, pesticides help keep food affordable, and pesticides control the environment. And fourth point, pesticides help is increasing the area of farmer and food production and disease prevention. And second is weedicides. Weedicides is a chemical to kill the weeds. And second type of herbicides. The advantage of the physical advantage of weeds control is that control you can you can kill the weeds and greatest crops in the field and
Okay, thanks. Well done. Next, Priyamsula. Come on the podium.
Good morning to all of you. I'm Priyamsula from class 8 Best Scholars in India. Today we discussing two points. First is my how nitrogen re-enters in the atmosphere from plant. Second is merit of herbicide and weedicide. So I explain the first topic. Nitrogen is present in the free gaseous state in the atmosphere. Plants and animals cannot take nitrogen directly, but they can absorb nitrogen in the form of nitrite and nitrates in the soil. Denitrification is the process by which the nitrogen compound re-enters the atmosphere. Second topic is merits of herbicide and weedicide. First is herbicide. Herbicides are substances that are meant to control the pest. The example of pesticides are insecticide, fungicide, etc. They grow more crops on less land. Second is my weedicide. Weedicides are chemicals that are sprayed on field to kill the weeds. Weeds are unwanted plants that grow between the crops. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. At last, I want to call Diti Prajapati come on the podium and tell something.
Good morning to all of you. Where I am Diti Prajapati from class 8 by Scholar School. Now we will be discuss about question and answer. First of all, the question is how do nitrogen used for plants return to the air? I will explain you. Nitrogen is a free gaseous state. Nitrogen is the free gaseous state in the atmosphere. You also know plants cannot absorb NO2 directly, but they can absorb nitrogen in the form of nitrates and nitrates. And also plants and also nitrogen return to the soil when organism release waste or die and decomposal by bacteria and fungus. Some bacteria are decomposed and break down the complex compound in dead organism and animal waste. Nitrogen is the form of nitrogen that used for plants for growth and development. And nitrates is the form that can be easily lost to groundwater, and thus if this form is not must be lost from the soil. This process this nitrogen is returned to the nitrogen used for plants returned to the air. This process is called nitrogen cycle. It has many processes. First of all, nitrogen fixation. Second is nitrates assimilation. Third is amonification. Fourth is nitrification, and fifth is denitrification. So our second topic is the merits and merits of pesticides and weedicides. I will be explain you the merits of pesticides and weedicides. Pesticides have many demerits. First of all, it increases land and ground. Second, it increases to impact on human health. Third is it increases soil fertility, and also we know pesticides chemical to kill insects. Second is weedicides. Weedicides can be toxic. That means they can cause disease, harmful, and effect from one single injection in handling on skin contact. Second is it cannot be plants in growth in plants due to initial methods. So I will be discuss about demerits and merits pesticide and insecticide.
Thanks. Last, I want for your science teachers tell something about you. Okay? Thank you. So, Sanju Pandey come on the podium and tell something about your lovely experience.
There was two topics. The one is the demerits of pesticide and weedicide, and the second was how nitrogen from atmosphere is again taken by the atmosphere from plants. Since plants take nitrogen, as we all know, that whenever plant is giving feeding in the field, then we thought what to spray? Urea. And urea is actually ammonia. And there is in the bold letter there is written nitrogen is equal to 46%. Means in urea there is a 46% nitrogen. Is that answer? The topic was that how once the plants take the nitrogen from air, which is 78% in air, that again is converted into atmosphere. There is a mainly 5 process. The nitrogen is restless for plants. Plants can't take direct nitrogen to themselves. So what they do? They convert the first nitrogen in nitrate, and then nitrate is converted to nitrite. Understand? And by the help of some pesticides like bacteria that is known as ribosium, ribosium bacteria that are found in some nodes of plants, that nodes convert their nitrogen into nitrate and then nitrate into nitrite. And when the nitrogen is converted into nitrate and nitrite, then again the reverse process will start. Then the plant through its excreta in the form of their plant's body in their grains, and then it's again converted into nitrate, and then nitrate is again converted into nitrogen. These are the 5 processes by which nitrogen again get into the atmosphere. Now the second topic, weedicide and pesticides. Actually, it was a time of 1970s, approximately 1970. We belongs to country India, and in India there was a shortage of grains. You all know, you have studied in the history. There was a shortage of grains. That time our Prime Minister was Indira Gandhi. She told to America that you have to give me some grains like wheat, rice. But what they sent here? The grains which were eaten for pig. The grain which is eaten by pig, they sent these grains to India. At that time, they also gave one ad to India. That ad was that I will not give the perfect rice or grain to you, but we will help you to give a technology that by which you can grow up seeds. Then they send the hybrid seeds, and then the era comes of using weedicide and pesticides. Weedicides are for killing the weeds, and pesticides are to kill the rodents and pests. So whenever we spray weedicide or pesticides in the field, then there are no any competitor of plant who absorb the nutrition of plant. There is the only one nutrition which is given to only the plants, and if there is no any competitor, then the whole nutrition will be consumed by plants. And the nutrition is sufficient, the plant will grow bigger, and the plant will grow bigger, the grains will more, and the grains will more. Means it is the best part in agriculture. What do you think about that? Giving the high yielding of agriculture, high yielding of products, and by the pesticide and weedicide, what that? Now, but there is a disadvantage also. But you have all known that what is the disadvantage. Someone had told the disadvantage was that actually we are eating ammonia. As we all know that in our urine,
we have more than ammonia. More parts of our approximately 95% is ammonia in our urine. Okay. So ammonia is again consumed by plant, and plant gives us ammonia to us. This is reducing the quality of the seeds. As we all know that before time the seeds were more deep, the seeds are more nutrition, more proteins, but now that seeds have less protein and less nutrition. So these are the disadvantages of using pesticides and herbicides, because that does not affect only the weeds or the pests, but also it affects the plants also. So these are the disadvantages and the advantage of the pure carbon. Hope you understand that. And all of you have prepared a very good project. I am very impressed by all of your projects and the delivery, the way you delivered your opinion about the two topics. That was excellent. Thank you.
Also, thank you for your science teachers. Last time I want to call my principal sir. He will tell 2 lines about your futures, and after the speaking of principal sir, your class will be, today's your class will be, okay? Thank you. So principal sir come on the podium and tell something.
Good morning. As usual, your performance was very nice, very fine and very progressive. First of all, I will tell about the teacher of this subject. Perhaps the teacher of subject is Sanjeev or Rajesh sir. Who is Sanjeev sir? I know about him and also you that he is very learned person, and his style of teaching is very nice. He teaches in a very easy way. So and he teaches also in trick, using many tricks to know more and more. And thereafter I will say about the guide of this attractive class, Mr. Rajesh sir. He is director of this school also, and he had more and more power to improve in many ways, like science, spoken, computer. He is all-rounder. So I will thank you, Mr. Rajesh sir, and then after, and also first I will tell thank you all, students, that you have prepared this type of activities and this type of project, and you give a speech here. This style, this class is very progressive, and I hope this type of continued work will nourish you in your wide future and your bright future. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us, this class will be closed and see me tomorrow.